episode whatever of Dads on Wrestling, starring the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams, and Mr. Talk Wrestling Zone, Jeff Meacham. Starts right now.
Thank you, anonymous announcer. What kind of production values are we getting now, man? We must have come into the lottery or something, because everyone's been complaining we need to get a microphone, stop shooting outside. Screw you. We've got our own announcer now, people. Top that. Even you on your own show don't have your own announcer,
I don't have my own
Jeff.
announcer. We used to have the old audio show back in the day, but that's, wow. The production value would be so much better, honestly, if we knew what episode it was. That'd be great.
Hey,
That'd be
you
awesome.
know what? I think the only announcer that would have made that better, no, not Michael Cole.
No.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Get that?
There he goes.
Get
Over.
that.
Yeah, Darth Vader voice
Get
there.
that. This is CNN. Type of voice to our announcers.
Nice.
Anyways.
Thank you to our anonymous announcer. We appreciate
Yes,
it.
we salute you.
We salute you, sir. On to today's
topic. And
God.
I apologize for reading off my notes here. It's such a weird worded question that I want to make sure I read it correctly before we get into this, okay? The question is, would blurring the lines more or eliminating the brands altogether be helpful or hurtful to the WWE?
Which lends me to believe when he's talking about blurring the lines, he means blurring the lines of the brands.
Yes.
Originally
That's the way I read it too.
Because
when
I heard it,
says brand.
when I heard you read it, I'm like, okay, he's talking about blurring the lines, kayfabe, making it more real, and no, that's not what he means.
No.
Which is why we picked the Brett and Sean shorts, and then it's like, oh wait a minute, he didn't mean that. Well, we'll go with the shirts anyway.
Yeah, seriously.
It's okay. It's a
It
cool
works.
shirt. Yeah, it works. It works. Yeah, they seem to more and more, especially around. It used to be like the month before WrestleMania, they would build and have co-promotion, co-mingling of the brands.
To me, it always seemed to start right around the Rumble time, because the Rumble had always been a bi-branded and even tri-branded when ECW was in pay-per-view.
But it was generally after the Rumble that would really kick into high gear.
Because the winner would then come to Raw and
make his
Smackdown
decision.
and figure out who he wanted to challenge.
Well, shit. Freaking, they announced Shawn Michaels at the Hall of Fame the first week of January or something, and Alberto Del Rio's out there talking trash. Like, dude, you're a SmackDown guy. Get the fuck out of here.
It was funny.
It was funny, and you know what?
I'm not an Alberto fan, but I knew somebody was going to interrupt Shawn. I just thought it was going to be The Miz.
And which is funny is, your woman called Alberto on the Rumble because of that.
Yep.
I was like, good job, Teresa. That was awesome.
You know, I was this close to picking Alberto, too. I think even if you go back to my Renegade episodes that were around Rumble time, I said that I thought Alberto was going to win, but then I completely picked somebody else. I'm just the biggest epic failure ever.
You people just can pick Night Of, and you're like, fuck it, whatever. I picked one of the surprises, because I was thinking Triple H or whatever, and then when all the surprises came out, I went, all right, Drew McIntyre.
But anyways,
Alberto didn't even occur to me. But anyway,
blurring the lines.
Alberto's been on both shows for like 2 months now.
Yeah.
More than that now, because going into WrestleMania it was 2 months.
Yeah.
God, he was on the show every week, both shows every week, all the time, and now it's like you've got everybody on both shows all the time. It's supposed to be the tag champions and the Divas champion.
And that's it.
That's it. And now we've got The Miz was appearing on SmackDown, the WWE Champion. World Heavyweight Champion was appearing on Raw. Edge, Dolph Ziggler was on Raw too. Vicky Guerrero announced on Raw that Dolph Ziggler was the SmackDown World Heavyweight Champion. That makes no fucking sense to me.
Except that it was the first program to go broadcast right after the match happened. So
true, but I guess I want to get the ratings pop.
Yeah,
from Raw.
For the coronation.
The ratings were up for the coronation, which led to a wonderful discussion at the house.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, seriously. And then, you go back and you look at the history of the brand extension. It was such a hard sell to split them up.
Yeah.
You had no mingling whatsoever except on the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And even after a year...
The couple pay-per-views that were the big four.
Right.
They only mingled at Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Well, everybody else had their own pay-per-view.
In the very beginning of the brand extension, everybody was on all the shows.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Vengeance 2003 was the first SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And from then till 2007, they had brand-only pay-per-views, which...
Blue Donkey Balls.
Blue Donkey Balls. They sucked, and they realized, okay, and it's fine to blur the lines on the pay-per-view. But to blur them on TV makes the brand extension seem totally useless, in my opinion.
I agree. You know, personally, I think that blurring the brand extension lines or eliminating Raw as its own entity and SmackDown as its own entity on their own would be the biggest epic failure WWE could do right now. You would end up with firing a bunch of guys, some of whom are actually worth something, some of who aren't. I mean, do we really care if Yoshitatsu is still under contract? No offense to the guy. Awesome dude.
Maurice
but,
might.
But seriously, I mean, what has he done except get a kiss from Maurice lately? Nothing.
And that's not even lately, seriously.
That was a month or so ago.
That's ridiculous.
Who knows? You know, Zack Ryder, no one's going to miss him. Woo, 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 your ass to the unemployment line.
You know, I'm sorry, every time I hear woo, I think Kenny Woo. I'm sorry. Am I the only one that thinks that when I hear that?
Hey, quack, quack, baby, quack, quack.
Mighty Ducks movies, that's all I got to say. All right, anyway.
Guys like William Regal would lose their job. Now,
Which
Regal
sucks.
is awesome. Regal would go to TNA and be world champion in like 6 months. Because that's what they do with
That's what they do with
guys.
TNA.
You go to TNA, and within a year, you're the champion.
Exactly.
At the very least, he'd probably team up with Douglas Williams, do another, you know, entity of the British Invasion, and get a tag title run.
Yep.
And give him the rub.
Just think about this. Before AJ Styles, who was the last TNA made star to be the world champion there? Think about that for a minute. You can't. It doesn't come to mind quick, does it? It doesn't come to mind quick for me either. WWE just sending them the world champions pretty much. I'm pretty sure it was Ken Shamrock, because Ken Shamrock wasn't a WWE superstar. He was a star.
He was a former IC and Tag champion.
But he wasn't a former world champion.
And King of the Ring.
But he wasn't world champion.
True. But for that matter, Jeff Jarrett wasn't a former WWE world champion either.
And Jarrett was champion after Shamrock. That's true.
Ron Killings wasn't a former WWE champion.
Yeah. And that's the point we made, whatever it was, a couple shows ago.
Yeah.
A few shows ago. TNA in the early days was golden. Okay.
I would have to say about the only other TNA made world champion, and you could even argue that Ring of Honor made him, it would be Samoa Joe.
Yeah. But anyway, getting back to the topic that we talked about on the first part of the show.
Yeah. Blurring the lines, bad move. A lot of guys would be fired.
Yes.
You know, it would get too repetitious. People already despise Cena because they figure he's shoved down everybody's throat. Could you imagine if you saw him on both show every week?
Oh my God. Plus the Superstar recap of Cena segment, because you know it's going to happen.
Exactly. You know, then you end up with 5 hours of Cena programming before the monthly pay-per-view.
Then you got 3 more.
And don't forget the 30-minute free-for-all leading up to the pay-per-view where they're going to cover the Cena segments. Because he's always on the pay-per-view.
By the way, who are the guys that host that show? I've never even heard of these dudes.
I think that they're the Baba Ganoush clan from Connecticut.
I knew it! I knew it!
They're part of the traveling Baba Ganoush clan.
Aaron's done, dude.
We apologize for the background noise. I just got the cameraman cracking up way too hard. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Is there Baba Ganoush A and Baba Ganoush B from the traveling Connecticut Baba Ganoushes?
You know, I will give Aaron credit for one thing, dude. At least he knows better to put the thing on the tripod and run like hell when he's got the shits and giggles, dude.
But we can't afford a tripod.
We can't afford a tripod.
We can afford an announcer, but we can't afford a tripod.
We can pay an announcer millions of dollars, but we can't afford a fucking tripod.
You know what? It's one or the other, people. It's one or the other.
God damn it. Oh, shit. Oh,
and this is why we are the most watched news show on YouTube.
That's right, baby. It's just shit
paid
like
announcers.
This. Paid announcers and lack of tripod. We rule. Yeah.
And what's awesome is it's not even $1 million deal like we said. All you gotta do is go to Taco Bell and get him a burrito, and he's happy.
Fucking 2-hour walk down the street, dude. We golden.
Seriously.
Beef 500 beef burrito, dude. I'm telling you, get sour cream out of that shit.
This portion of Dad's on Wrestling is brought to you by Taco Bell. Make a run for the border. Just don't stop when you see Rey Mysterio.
Oh, fuck me.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Is this a blooper show of Dad's on Wrestling? This is
It might be. It might be. Fuck a blooper show. This is a live episode, baby.
We're on right now. Oh, God. Okay, anyway, blurring the lines, horrible idea.
Yes.
Horrible idea. No good will come of it. Except for people being fired that need to be fired. But you know, the trouble is, people that don't need to be fired will be fired with it, like you said.
Exactly, like Regals,
You know.
like Finley's, who's backstage. You know, granted he doesn't do much anymore except train the divas, but he is a huge asset to the company.
Which might save his job, though.
Look at Michelle McCool and Layla and how far they've come thanks to his
Like how
work.
far Trish came, like how far people like her came. You know, I mean,
You know,
they need a whole lot of training, but what she
the
did
Hart
get,
Dynasty would probably get released.
all three of them.
Nah, Natalya would probably stay.
But Tyson.
But look at what have they done with D.H. Smith since
isn't he hurt?
they split?
Is he hurt? Is he
No, I know that when we went to Anaheim for that Raw a couple months ago, he teamed with Yoshitatsu to take on the Usos.
The other team, the Usos lose their job like that. Too.
Yeah, seriously. Tamina's only good as Santino's arm candy now. She's what happened to Tamina? Her and Natalya had a great feud going.
It was just right.
The Usos and Tamina versus the Hart Dynasty and Natalya had an epic feud going. I mean, it was almost on the Team Extreme, Dudley's and Stacy or TNA caliber of a six-man feud. And as soon as the tag division started to get over, kill it.
Yeah, Vince went.
Gotta kill it. We can't have that. We can't have the Harts getting a bigger pop than John Cena. No, no, no. They're not going to sell T-shirts. Have you seen a Cena shirt on the show yet? Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, seriously. On either of us. Well, I don't own a T-shirt, to be fair.
Me neither. I sold all mine.
But see, you used to. I know you used to.
I put mine on eBay.
I never owned one.
Take that, Vince.
I never even owned one, so fuck
I
that.
did. I'm not even going to lie. I had a closet full.
Well, dude, Facebook.
Like, about as many Randy Orton shirts as you see me on now, I had about that many John Cena shirts back in the day.
Well, you know, man, Facebook rats you out, dude. You can't help it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see, me, I've got the closet of Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin shirts. This guy had the Cena. Now
I never deny the fact that I used to be a Cena fan. I just stopped.
And I've never said that I am a Cena hater. I'm just fucking done with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway.
But the fact of the matter is eliminating the brands would mean Cena shoved more down our throat. It would mean 4 hours a week of Randy Orton, which I'd probably end up getting tired of Randy at that point too.
4 hours of Sheamus, 4 hours of The Miz, 4 hours of all these.
4 hours of awesomeness is awesome. That's all I'm going to say right there.
Dude, Edge and The Miz on the same show for 4 hours a week?
Thank you.
Awesome!
You think you know me?
Dude.
Why can't they team, dude?
That'd be great!
You think you know me. You think you know me. I came to play!
That's right, there you go.
Would that be Team Awesome?
There you go.
Team Awesome.
Copyrighted right there. The anonymous announcer just patented the team name.
Copyright.
Team Awesome.
Team Awesome right there.
Edge could go back to reeking of awesomeness on a weekly basis.
Big ass sunglasses and
The Miz already is awesome. I mean, hello. His shirt says it. I'm not wearing it now. I wore it a few episodes ago, but
it was good. Seriously.
It was a good day, Tater.
You waiting to use that line on the show, haven't you? You've been waiting for that.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. This is getting clusterfucky as all hell.
But I hope you guys out there enjoy it,
and
look for the anonymous announcer to pop up on future episodes.
And if you didn't enjoy it, remember we're Bob and Jim.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as we've got the money to keep providing him with burritos from Taco Bell, you will still hear his voice. Until then, he is Mr. TW Jeff Meacham.
He is Renegade of Wrestling JJ Williams.
And we will see you later.